Hey, what's up, guys? As you can see, it's getting a little chilly up here. I wanted to share with you guys something. Before I do that, check out my new setup. I started working out here. Um, Kind of really helps with the focus and fresh feeling of being, you know, right in the morning where a lot of sunlight comes in. Anyways, so I was talking to my younger brother, and he is in 11th grade, right? So next year is his last year in high school, and then he's leaving for college. Now, his question was, I talk to them from time to time about college, what to take seriously, what not to, how to prepare yourselves, a bit, some of the stuff that, I figured from my experience. And what he was asking me is that he wants to plan to come to either America or Canada. Okay, so he was asking me that, hey, I hear that this SAT thing is really important. My friends are getting tutors for it and stuff. In your experience, how important is it? Okay, so I just wanted to share my answer for this because I feel like a lot of people who are in other countries could benefit from it. If they're in the same boat. And this is what I basically told him. I said that in my daily life right now, as somebody who graduated already from college and everything's done with that shit, and it's just making my way through. One of the only things I use that I ever learned in college, well, not even college. College didn't really do much. High school, school I learned more than college. But then again, my school was pretty hard. It was IB, right? So it kind of forces you to do some things quite well. Anyways, one of the only things I use in my day-to-day life is in line with SATs, right? And that's what he's studying for. He's looking forward to put some significant amount of energy and invest his time into getting really good at learning vocab, his communication and writing skills. And I told him that it will never go to waste. Being better able to have a higher arsenal of vocabulary and more importantly, being able to communicate it will transfer well in no matter what direction you go in life. I believe that because it's been my experience, and it's one of the, like I said, as I made videos earlier, I'm a big fan of original content, right? As a guy who likes automation and takes shortcuts in SEO in my work in all kinds of ways, I am very slow and take the long haul with content because I really believe you can't really outsource it that easily, right? You can outsource link building, you can outsource all this stuff, but original, thoughtful content can't be outsourced even in SEO, right? But it goes much bigger than that. So I told him go ahead, even more than school, try to keep up your grades. I told him keep a 4 or 5 in IB. That translates into about an average B, I would guess, in American terms. Be like a B student, but try, if it takes, try to invest your time into going the direction of SATs and really perfect your skills as a communicator and grow your vocab, right? That's like the raw skill, and then communication is like the intelligence behind it, or whatever, however you tell it. But yeah, so then he asked me that, I'm trying, my English grades aren't that good because a lot of times it's vague, right? So English, the nature of the subject, the grades can be vague. I can easily believe that, the same IB teachers, two teachers with the same kind of paper, one might grade it a 4, one might grade it a 5, right? That difference could easily happen, right? Not that one of them is trying to be a dick. It's just English. It's just English. You're writing an essay, and so what I advised him to do in that case was that, all right. So if you feel your grades are not good, if you feel that you should have gotten a 5, but you got a 4 on that paper, try to sit down and come up with some points using your English and what and come up with some angles, then present yourself to the teacher after school sometime with a tone and a way of communicating it that he may consider bringing it up to a 5. Or if he doesn't for that grade, maybe he will take into consideration for your effort for future grades, right? Because what then you're going to develop is not just you trying out something and then you're putting on paper and then see what comes out. You're actually practicing in a real life way what you're learning. You're learning vocab, you're learning writing skills and communication, and one of the best way to practice that right away would be go to the teacher and try to present your paper in a new angle, your thought process behind it, a new angle that he considers like, oh, okay, that sounds pretty good. I'm gonna change that grade, right? So it was pretty interesting, the whole thought, and it's one of the ways I believe education really should be. But yeah, so that's that, and just wanted to put that out there that content is one of the things you can't outsource in SEO or industry that well. There are how do you say, like, services that are just up and coming who have native speakers from America. Obviously you pay a premium price, but it's some skill that if you develop early on, as you guys know, I use just voice writing to write most of my content. Even on a Sunday, if I just get on a content mode, 3-4 hours I can bang out a couple thousand words, and that's no problem, right? That is one of the things that helped me a lot in the early stage, especially, right? I'm still in the early stages, but especially when I had no money at all, I couldn't outsource the content or buy packages. I wrote it all myself, and it wasn't too hard for me because I have decent English, right? So yeah guys, that's that. Peace.